Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Hunt Intel. And of course, today is Friday, my favorite day of the week, hopefully yours as well. We get XUR has returned for the Friday update as well as Trials of Osiris. And of course, it being towards the end of the week or maybe the beginning of the weekend for most of the people who are watching, maybe you're just going to be getting into Destiny for the weekend, so we'll include our weekly glitches, cheeses, and farms that you can do, as well as all information regarding trials, rewards, and any other things that might be circulating in the community at the moment. But before I get to all that information, I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, the bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below, as well as a link to my Discord channel if you feel like joining. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. Alright, XUR, this Friday, is selling the Arbalist Easy Mode. That's what I call this weapon. If you haven't tried it, it's very, very good. It's a primary fusion rifle, linear fusion rifle actually, with a headshot accuracy that is just off the charts. Huge AA on this particular weapon. AA stands for auto aim. So don't think it's for anything else. But fun weapon nonetheless. Definitely try it out if you don't have it. We have the Oathkeeper for the Hunter class with a 63 roll. That's not bad. 17 mobility, 15 recovery, 12 discipline, 10 intellect, 7 strength, and a fairly dismal 2 resilience, but you can decide on whether or not that matters. Bow's charges can be held indefinitely. That's the perk on this weapon. I don't know if I have Oathkeeper. I think I have Oathkeeper, but not a bad one. We have ACD 0 feedback fence for the Titan this week. These are gauntlets. The Oathkeeper are also gauntlets. These are pretty good. They used to be. These are pretty old too. I think these were around in D1. This is another 63 total roll, so not bad. 14 resilience, 10 recovery, 15 intellect, and 10 strength, 7 discipline, and 7 mobility. Melee hits restore explosive defense energy. I think there was a way you could actually use these to kind of get a AFK farm going in the Shattered Throne, if I'm not mistaken. Then for the Warlock, we have the Stag, which I never really found a reason to use, but it's certainly an interesting looking exotic. Never seen it on there. For some reason, every single time I see somebody using this in Crucible, it just makes me want to get a headshot. I don't know. This is a 64 roll, so the best of the week, with an 18 mobility, 12 resilience, 4 recovery, 13 discipline, 8 intellect, and 9 strength. Grants riff energy when critically wounded, creates healing riffs on death. So, also I think it's been around since D1. I think the perks were a lot different in D1, I can't remember. But 64 roll, not the best I think for what you would want to use it for, but definitely the highest, obviously, for the week. And a fairly high roll, nonetheless. I would think that most people, if they don't have the Arbalist, would probably want to spend the majority of their shards on that. We have the random exotic Ingram, and then of course we have the exotic Cipher quest. Remember, you can't do the exotic Cipher quest if you already have an exotic Cipher, so if you're having trouble picking it up, it means you have an exotic Cipher. Go out and spend it. Yay to you. Remember also, if you're looking to level up a second character, you can buy all of these at power up to 1250 on a primary character, and then transfer that piece of gear over to a secondary character and give them a fairly substantial power bump. Some people don't know or don't realize you can do that. Just put it in your vault. And that's going to be it for XUR today. In other news now, we have Trials, of course, has returned. And the Trials map for this week is Pacifica. The rewards are as follows: rocket launcher for 3 wins, 5 wins, 7 wins, and flawless. I do not know at the time of making this video, but they will be posted in the description box down below. So look there. They should be all filled out by the time of posting. But 3 wins is the rocket launcher, and the map is Pacifica. It's a fairly big map. Fairly versatile playstyle, I think, will work there. Snipers will work there. I think fusion rifles or shotguns can also work there. I don't know of any glitches specifically to get outside or cheese any specific area of that map. It's fairly sound, I think, but it's just really big. In other news, if you have not done the Wrathborn hunt that awards you the 4th mark exotic ship, the new exotic ship from the Crow this week, keep in mind, I've talked about this before, but this glitch is still working, that if you're looking to farm the 4th mark, you can actually do it on 1 character, and you can do it as many times as you want. So instead of having only 1 chance on 3 characters, you can actually get as many chances as you want on 1 character. All that it revolves around is you abandoning the lure once you actually start the mission. You can still get the kill on the boss, which is what actually rewards the exotic, and then you'll still be able to do the hunt again. So long as soon as you actually get into the mission, you just abandon the lure. Like I said, you'll still be able to complete it. Still running. It's a fairly big glitch. It's there for everybody to farm. Have fun using it. Another thing that I want to talk about that I also discussed in my previous video, in the EDZ, we of course have a new clue to the upcoming Hawkmoon mission. Now, it has been verified through several different means, Bungie a little bit themselves, but also they were sort of forced to say so because at the time that the Hawkmoon mission actually launched, the initial Hawkmoon mission, a mission in the sludge appeared in this area that was sort of a continuation of that Hawkmoon mission. Bungie was sort of forced to reveal that that actually was or will be the way we acquire the random perk on the Hawkmoon, the one that is currently still unchecked. Now, this was just a glitch. People were seeing it. They weren't actually able to get into it, but it was there. Now, currently, we can, of course, go into the reservoir. Not the Lake of Shadows reservoir, but the actual reservoir where the Crow was hanging out. And we can see the bird for the Commune with the Traveler. We also get a taken enemy that spawns there. And we can now go in and see the Hawkmoon ship, which is newly transformed. There's several false doors with enemies behind them, and we've also glitched into the reservoir and seen a fairly expansive area with a lot of taken enemies in it. That is fairly obviously going to be the area that we go for this mission. Depending on whether, or at least a area that we go, depending on whether or not we go there through directly through the tunnels that we've already gone through, or through another means of tunnels, as there has been another new tunnel revealed with things that are in there that we seem to have the ability to interact with eventually, but currently can't. But they're fairly obviously interactables. These are 2 adjacent tunnels in the reservoir. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. I talk about this at length, a little bit more, but there's ways to glitch in and you can kind of see the area. And the other thing is that the mission that people saw when the Hawkmoon mission ended was in fact in the sludge. Well, currently, and I do believe this to be a glitch, because I can't understand why this would work otherwise, other than maybe the Trinity Ghoul creates some sort of, well, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't actually speculate as to why this is working. Maybe people, if you were watching this, you can comment down below as to why this could be working. Maybe it isn't a glitch, but if you equip the Trinity Ghoul at the moment and you go into the sludge, if you make your way over to the Lost Sector, which is basically in the spot where the mission was showing up, and they're not here now. That's interesting. So this confirms to me that it actually was a glitch yesterday. Previously to today, as you can see now, nothing is showing up. But yesterday and the day before, if you had Trinity Ghoul equipped and you came to this rock, you would see one of the Commune with the Traveler golden birds on top and one down there. And if you don't believe me, you can go watch my last video. Now, this is a taken Lost Sector. I think it's the only one in the EDZ, though I could be wrong. But it does look like this Lost Sector will correspond to something regarding the reservoir. Maybe you have to complete something here or gather something here and then take it back to the Crow, or take it to the reservoir to actually have access to the new mission. Or perhaps the opposite. Maybe there's something in the reservoir that we take here that accesses the new mission. And what I think will eventually happen is there'll probably be some sort of quest that leads into this mission, and then once we complete the quest and the mission the first time, it will be a mission that you can repeatedly do. I don't know how many rolls will be on the Hawk Moon, but I definitely think it will be something worth doing more than once, which leads me to also believe that the Hawk Moon will have several different roles that you can acquire all at the same time, which should be really, really fun. Since they're not here, let's just go into this Lost Sector really quick and see if there's anything new. I can't imagine there is. There's also been some new tunnels discovered that you can see several places posted in Reddit of people glitching underneath the reservoir, and you can see that it's fairly expansive, but also that there's a lot of dimension to it that looks fairly similar to the 0 Hour mission, and possibly something like the Whisper of the Worm mission. Not to say that it is either one of those things, just saying that it's fairly similar to those missions and how they had very elaborate jumping puzzles before leading to the actual boss. So like I said yesterday, there was nothing actually in this Lost Sector so far as I could tell, but the Trinity Ghoul was revealing those birds. I'll have my last video linked somewhere, top right corner. You can go check it out yourself. I think it's actually towards the end of the video. I glitch into the reservoir a little bit, so you can see a little bit more of that. The other quick things while we're here, I do want to also encourage everybody, maybe take out a Trinity Ghoul. Maybe there's some, pattern to this. Maybe these birds have actually moved and they're not here today for a reason. Maybe there's something new. So maybe take out a Trinity Ghoul and go look around the EDZ. Maybe even the Cosmodrome, though I can't imagine the Cosmodrome. Start with the EDZ and see how far you get. That there is something new having to do with the Hawk Moon. In either case, I believe we will be getting the mission this coming Tuesday. And I feel like there's going to be something right here. Maybe something I just don't see yet. So be on the lookout for those things. Couple other things that I just want to touch on. We have the Technocrat as the Empire Hunt this week. There's a fairly easy cheese for the end boss. It's the right corner. As soon as you enter the boss room, there's basically a wall or a slight package full of boxes that you can kind of get behind and wedge into the corner behind the boxes, and you can shoot the boss. The boss actually just stays in one place if everybody's back there, if you're in a group, or by yourself. Fairly easy solo boss kill. Keep that in mind. If you're going for a powerful piece of gear or Pinnacle or maybe even the Cloud Strike, it's a fairly easy one to get done. And we had the weekly or the This Week at Bungie finally came back yesterday, and it revealed some updates to the raid, the new raid, the Deepstone Crypt. And sadly, I don't know if it's currently already been patched, but if it hasn't, soon, the Shelter from the Storm glitch that allows us to essentially get on our sparrows while inside the Shelter from the Storm bubbles so that we can avoid the frostbite debuff has been patched or will be patched. I don't know if it is right now, but I have a feeling if it isn't, definitely by next week's reset on Tuesday. So if you haven't used it to get a few extra spoils of war, then definitely take advantage of it while it's still here. It's going to be sad to see it go. Hopefully we can figure out another way to break it fairly quick. I have a feeling that it will be found before the end of the season, or certainly before the end of the year. We'll figure out, or somebody will figure out a way to break that again. But that is going to be it for all the information today. Hopefully you found this helpful and gave you something new to think about and look forward to in the weeks ahead. We are getting close to the end of the season, so I know it's been a little slow towards these last couple of weeks, but with maybe a new Hawkmoon farm coming right around the corner, that'll liven things up as we lead into the next season, which is just over, I think, just under a month away, about a month away. For the secret hashtag, you can leave in the comments section of today's video. If you watched all the way to the end, leave a hashtag XUR, or a hashtag Beyond Light, or a hashtag Season of the Hunt, or a hashtag Hawkmoon, or any other things that we talked about in this video. Leave it down below, or any questions you might have, or things you might have found, leave that down below. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you in the next video.